Hey guys, it's Spunkified from leaguetopten, and I want to thank you for watching our very first 3v3 shoutcast. This is part of the Razer tournament. On the blue team we have Manuel Mayo, St. Martin, and Creedon versus TimeVice, Blinky, Poziedon. The characters in Italy, Poppy and Mordekaiser for the blue team, Warwick, Annie, and Shen for the purple team. Some of the summoning spells on the purple team worth noting are a Smite, a Rally, 2 Ignites, and 2 Move Quicks. And then on the opposing team, we have a couple of Ignites, and I didn't catch the rest of them before the loading screen, but I'm sure we'll see them in play. Now, this will be in the perspective from Warwick, and as you can see, Warwick just bought a Doran shield and a health pot. This is a really good starting item for Warwick on this map, simply because the extra HP from the Doran shield, as well as the HP regen and in the armor, are really powerful on Twisted Treeline, which is this map here, simply because 3v3 HP and armor go a lot longer ways than in 5v5 Summoner's Rift map. So as we can see here, we are going to be starting at the bottom lane, all three. Now in competitive play, I'm not quite sure how teams usually start off the round. I know at least when you single queue or when you just use matchmaking, it's not uncommon for a 1v1 fight to break out, level 1v1 rather, to break out in the middle or at the top or bottom of the middle lanes. It looks like though they are going to be playing it defensively and are going to be moving up gradually into the brush right up here near the bottom at the 6 o'clock. So now, typically, where they're standing right now, the enemy team could have already moved up into the brush on the left-hand side of the screen, and it would be very unwise for them to go up through that brush. So it looks like they're going to be going around. We see minions just spawned. They probably have about 10 to 15 seconds before they're going to reach the middle of the lane. So it looks like they're going to be moving up here just a tad. Lizard does spawn a little bit late in this match, so he will spawn in the middle, and with Warwick having a Smite, they can secure it easily at level 1 if they choose to do so. But as you see, the enemy team has not shown themselves yet. Looks like someone just popped up in the bottom lane. Looks like that's Mordekaiser. Yes, that's Mordekaiser in the bottom lane. So it looks like they're going to be coming around here and possibly trying to go for an early level 1 gank. No, they're going to be going for the level 1 Lizard, and with Smite that'll be very easy to take. So it looks like Warwick did get that. Oh, here comes the enemy team. We're going to have a level 1 fight. Shen does a quick taunt on Poppy. It looks like a couple of Ignites are going out and moves quick. Blinky does go down to level 1, but Nidalee does as well. And it looks like they may get, yes, they do get Poppy, and they're going to go for Mordekaiser as well. And no, they got Mordekaiser. Oh, and they got Poppy, so they're going to get both. So 3 for 1, not bad at all. So as you can see, level 1 aces do happen frequently on this map. And looks like Poziedon did get a couple of those. I can't quite see the score for Warwick right now, so I'm not quite sure if he did get an assist. I'm sure he did get an assist, but I don't actually know if he got a kill for that. But I didn't remember seeing it, but looks like he is going to be already level 3, as you can see from those kills, as well as the Lizard. So right now, they are in a huge advantage right now. The enemy team is all level 1. They have not been able to lane at all, and they have a ginormous lead over the enemy team, as well as a sizable gold. So really, the only way they can get back in this game, the enemy team, is if to do a complete level 1 ace, or farm all the neutral creeps, which with Warwick having Smite, I don't see that happening. So it looks like we're going to have Blinky move up here. We do have Poppy and Nidalee at bottom lane. On this map, it is frequent that top and bottom lane get swapped often. Generally what you see happen is, because there's such a short distance in between the lanes, there'll be 1 to 2 people that just constantly switch lanes trying to get off a gank. And we do have a Warwick going here real quickly. He's going to go for the speed buff from the wolf. There are 2 buffs that spawn up top. These 2 buffs can either be both the same, so they can be either 2 speed boost, movement speed boost, or a 2 wolf boost, which are attack speed boosts. And there's another component to it, but I can't quite think of it off the top of my head. But it looks like Warwick is now going to go for a typical jungling phase. Now it is kind of it is kind of risky to do that up here, simply because especially Warwick, when he goes missing on this map, because this is so jungle friendly with creeps, they kind of have a general idea of where he can be. And if the enemy team was smart and they warded at least middle between the two lanes, they would know that he isn't indeed in the middle, so they can assume that he's on the top. So he is going to grab both of these. They do not stack, however, he does deny them the actual creeps and the bonuses. So again, this improves his chance of maintaining neutral creep control on the map. So meanwhile, we have Annie pushing against Mordekaiser pretty well, and then Shen is defending bottom lane because he did have Poppy and Lily down there. However, it looks like they have now gone missing, so most likely they're going to try to aim for a gank on Annie. Nope, looks like they're coming back down. And it looks like Warwick is going to go for a quick... Yeah, he's going to go for a quick dragon. Dragon would be the equivalent of Baron on this map. However, he is significantly less powerful, both in his buff and in his damage output against players. So it's not quite as a decisive factor if they get Dragon. In fact, it's more of just a quick little team boost buff that gets everybody a plus 14% damage increase. So, but it does give everybody some gold, and it does obviously give them XP, just like the Dragon does on Summoner's Rift. So it looks like he is coming down middle lane. Now, as you can see, Lizard should just be spawning right about now. He did hit a Nidalee trap, though, so it is imperative that he move into a better position because Nidalee now knows he is there. And as you can see, he is now going to be trying to take Lizard. Yes, he's going to be kiting Lizard around. The reason to kite Lizard around is so they can't see where he is with the Lizard, and so that they don't get a quick gank on him and then take the Lizard buff. It looks like Shen just did ulti on Annie in order to keep Annie from dying from the double gank. But yeah, they are looking to be in quite a good position right now. And with Warwick already level 6, and I'm assuming the rest of the team is close to or nearing level 6 already, they are in an excellent position here. So as you can see, they are now pushing bottom lane here. We have Sean Martin, defending bottom lane, I think level 5. And yeah, Warwick is coming up here to now get these creeps and push this lane back. Now, one thing to mention is Mordekaiser now has gone missing in this, and I don't know if he went back to get some items or if he's lining up for a gank. But there's not really any kind of... They already know where Nidalee and Poppy are, so it would be kind of difficult for them at this time to get a gank on. But we do see Mordekaiser has returned. He is level 7, so he is up there in levels now with the rest of them. And so he has recuperated as far as XP-wise from that level 1 ace. And now it looks like Warwick is going to go back up there and again take those neutral creeps, and the buff ones especially. And it looks like this time, yes, it is still the attack speed one. The attack speed is always going to be the wolf, and then there is a ghost wraith. That one is actually the movement speed. And we do have some action down bottom lane. It looks like they were trying to get gank off on Annie. However, Annie was able to pull out of there with a quick little Pyromancer stun. So that is good timing from her. And yeah, right now the purple team is really looking to be in complete control of this right now. They are really have some great map dominance here, and there hasn't really been any response from the level 1 ace by the blue team. So they're looking to be in really good shape. And as we can see, we did get Berserker Greaves, and then also the bow, I forget the bow's name, for an attack speed increase, as well as a green elixir for a critical strike. So yeah, it looks like Warwick is aiming to start ganking here soon. And with his blood scent and his ulti, he can really establish himself as a great ganker in this map. As you can see there, he did hit another Nidalee trap, so they do know where he is, so he's going to go up there and push top lane. And no, he's going to go back and get the other neutral creeps. I don't know if that's quite the good idea right now, simply because that Nidalee buff did last long enough to where she did see that he was going up in the neutral creeps. But it looks like he's actually going to go for maybe a gank if Mordekaiser decides to push out a bit. He's going to go ahead and grab this movement speed. Now, this movement speed buff is going to be huge for Warwick, simply because he already gets a movement speed buff whenever someone's below 40% HP. So that, coupled with, I believe, the 45% increase in speed from the Wraith buff, and he is going to be flying.